Hello, everybody. Look, I was just about to say good morning, winners, because I'm so used to like doing that every time I jump on here. But where are you guys at? Hello, good evening. So I wanted to jump on live real quick. Hey, Lolita. Look, I knew you was going to be one of the first people on here. How you doing, love? Hey, guys. And so first of all, you guys missed it because when I jumped on, I was getting ready to say like, good morning, winners, because I'm so used to saying good morning, winners. Welcome to Terri's Tips. Like, oh my gosh. And so I just want to jump on here real quick, guys, because we have been talking so much. Hello from Dallas. Where are you guys all at? Let me know where you guys are all chiming in from, so I can say hello to you. Hello, Dallas. I know, Lolita, you're in California, right? Hello, love. So I want to jump on real quick, guys, because I want to talk about credit, leverage, lifestyle. Yes, y'all. And so this is where I have been talking about it for a long, hey, Portland, for a long. Philly, where's my Philly people from? Hey, y'all. I have been talking about it for a long time, and now it is almost that time. Oh my gosh, so a lot of you guys have had questions. Also, guys, I want this to be interactive. I have some things I wanted to share with you, but then I also, hey, Philly, if you guys have questions, then, make sure you pop them in. I'm going to try. Like, y'all know, I'm already, thank you so much. Milwaukee, you guys know already, I'm like all over the place. So between, hey, Tara, between having to talk to you guys and answer questions and then read the comments, like, oh my gosh, I'll try to stay focused. I'll try to stay focused. So hey, love. So first, guys, credit, leverage, lifestyle. The launch is coming up. It's like happened like overnight. Okay, so it is going to be February 14th. So super excited. Hey, Make Real Estate Real family. Super excited because so much work. Actually, guys, I'm actually like nervous too. I'm like nervous and excited because it's like when so much work goes into it, so much preparation, you want people to have value and have outcomes and all those kinds of things, then you're like, oh my gosh, I hope this is like exactly what everybody needs. And I have poured into this. The team has poured into this for months, guys. I think we started back in August. Hey, Make Real Estate Real family. Look, Make Real Estate Real family, stand up. So this is where, so months and months has gone into this, and we really tried to think about like everything you guys will need for personal and business credit. Did y'all hear me? Yes, so many courses are like just personal credit. So many courses are just business credit. I'm the GOAT. I love that. Are just business credit. But guys, this course is going to be absolutely everything because the goal is to truly leverage your credit to build wealth. And if you're doing any kind of investing long term or have a business or have multiple streams of income, having personal credit and business credit is going to give you kind of some ways that you can have more options, more opportunities, have more leverage, right? We're not getting into debt, guys, okay? Not debt. Leverage, not debt, leverage. That means we are using our credit. So actually, let me start right there. Do y'all know, what do you think I mean when I say leverage your credit to build wealth? Like, what do you guys think that I mean by that? Or what do you think are some examples of that? Because so many people, when I say the word credit, they turn up their face. They're like, credit? Like, so many people kind of equate credit with debt. Guys, credit, when I think of the word credit, I think of the word leverage. But a lot of people think of debt. So what do you guys think I mean by like leveraging your credit to build wealth? Oh, how do I do this? Go live with, let me see, hold on. There we go. I think you still, okay. So what I mean, guys, in its simplest terms, yes, use credit instead of your own money. Yes, and then also, guys, that means, oh my gosh, who is it? Such a surprise! Hello, how are you?
Man, I'm wonderful. What's up?
Can you see me okay? Can you hear me okay too? Wait, let me turn this up. Is that better?
I hear you fine. No, you're great. You're great. What's going on?
I'm so excited. Wait, didn't I just see you? Yes.
Oh.
So I know you are super busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to jump on. So first, how are you feeling after like Michigan? Like, oh my gosh, that was so live.
Oh, no, it was fire. It was fire, man. But, you brought down the house.
Nah, look. I
Do your thing, man. I've never seen somebody so excited about credit. It's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, Terri is just as excited about credit as I am about properties. So I love it. Anybody that's that excited about credit, I love it. But nah, it was great. It was great, man. For all y'all don't know, we had a Make Real Estate Real live event. And, because of COVID laws, we couldn't actually be in front of an audience, but we went ahead and we just had, we went ahead and had like all of the speakers come to Michigan. We was on stage. I mean, it was phenomenal. We teaching people generational wealth. And then when Terri came on there, man, she brought that energy, and for all y'all that don't know who Terri is on my live or whatever, man, Terri is our credit expert. She is the queen of credit. You hear that? She's the queen of credit. And I mean, she's doing big things. And, Terri came around and just like exposed so many people to just how to leverage their credit. And so, man, I love it, man. I love your energy. I love your passion. I love your knowledge.
Oh. It was so good to have everybody like back together, because I don't think we had all been together since DC, right?
Yeah, since DC. Yep, since DC. And it was crazy because in DC we was just talking about how, like you gotta live every day like it's your last. You can't sit back and wait on your job anymore to promote you in life. And remember I came out there, that was when Kobe Bryant just passed away that day. And then before Kobe passed away, I had just did this speech in front of everybody. Saying, can't wait long. And I told everybody about Marianne, and then all of a sudden we got back to the hotel in front of everybody after doing a tour. And then I remember just talking and found out that, Kobe had passed away. And then I remember the whole crowd, I had to like get myself together and speak in front of this whole 100+ audience. And then it was just like, man, I just felt something in the spirit, just letting people know, like, man, you cannot wait any longer. Like, your family can't afford for you to wait any longer. Like, you gotta do this. Like, every single day that passes away is an opportunity for you to better the life of your family. Like, don't buy into that retirement dream or that retirement lie or that retirement nightmare, should I say, where you just sit back just thinking that, when I work this job for 30 years and retire, I'm gonna be able to give my family the life that they deserve. I'm gonna be able to travel the world. I'm gonna be able to do this and do that. And it was just like, man, that message was just so crazy, because it was just like, and then COVID just struck. We didn't know COVID was gonna happen after that. And it's just like, man, this is an example. If you don't hear this message now, if you don't take heed to what's being said now, then you just don't, you're not even living right now. So you're just a walking zombie. So, you don't have time to sit back and wait to live the life that you deserve to live. I always tell people, the best time is always now. There's no better time to start investing, start taking control of your financial future than right now. Right now is always the best time. And what I love about you, Terri, is that you actually show people how to leverage their credit, how to leverage, where you don't have to just sit on the sideline. A lot of people think, and from my experience, a lot of people think that they're not ready. And what I love doing is showing them that they are ready, or show them how to take the necessary steps to get ready.
Yes, no, it's been like, so first of all, that was crazy. Like, it seemed like after the DC event, everything happened. And I remember that moment where we had to kind of still like, get through the rest of the day and kind of deal with that. And if that wasn't like a wake up call, like that was really, truly, people don't actually realize. So Kobe is actually from this area. He's from Lower Merion School District. The people out here that know me, I went for the Pencrest. We're all the Central League. So before he went to the NBA, we all played, like all of our schools and everything. So he's from this school district out here, and everybody, my age group that was in the Central League, we all have experience with him. And so it was a real wake up call. And I agree with you 1,000%. And it's just been a blessing to be a part of this, because what I was saying right before you got on is that so many people, when they think about credit, they think about debt. like when I said the word credit, they automatically go to debt, and was trying to tell people there's a difference between good debt and bad debt. But also, if you actually truly leverage, it can give you, like, I'm a huge fan of house hacking for some people. Some way sometimes that's a way for them just to get started and so forth. And so let me ask you, Mal, so when you guys very first started Make Real Estate Real, when you were doing like the in-person events before the course, originally you didn't have credit, but then you decided to add it later on. So what made you guys like think like we needed to add that one element?
Yeah, I just always listen to the people. And so
I know that's right.
I think a lot of times, you know, best teachers out here are the ones that listen to their students.
Amen.
And sit back and tell people all the time what you want, but your students will tell you what they need. So people that was in Make Real Estate Real, the people that I serve was just saying, like, you know, hey, my credit, how could I fix my credit? And it's crazy because I was kind of like, you know, like, hey, I'm not a credit expert. I'm not a credit. You know, I was like, you know, right about now, you know, everything I buy is really cash. And so let me go ahead and get you guys the best. I didn't want to just get, you know, somebody, you know, there's so many people. Man, I was talking about this at the real estate conference. There's so many people.
Yes.
You know, everybody's doing credit nowadays. But it's just like, man, I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to bring y'all the best, the absolute. And we didn't know each other before I started my Make Real Estate Real, but just so many people like saying your name. And they was just like, Jemal. And I was just like, because the rest of my team Chicago, you know, everybody is here with me. So I was like, I don't know about this lady. But then after I heard you 3-4 times, I was just like, but it was about 3 or 4 prominent people. I was like, all right, let me look into this Terri lady. And so, you know, I got on the plane, just, man, 24 hours, flew, you know, to Philadelphia. And within the first 5 minutes, I heard you talking about credit. And I just, wow, I've never, you know, credit is something that you just, you know, it don't sound real exciting. It's credit, you know, it just don't sound real exciting. But I mean, about credit, like it was just like whoa, like, man, you can take this utilization and then do this and pay this and do. I was like, Terri, all right. If you I was like, I'm gonna just bring you on. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it was just a match made in heaven. Like I said, you have been such a blessing. I can't even begin. Make Real Estate Real got over 6,000 people that came through this course.
Look at that.
Terri, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna just tell you this. This course is now accredited. You can go to Lakewood University and receive 3 courses. This ain't no fluff. You know, this is a real life-changing course. And to have you on there, actually on a college level, most people mess up their credit in college. You know, they give you the little umbrella, they give you the t-shirt. If you
they do.
You get an umbrella and a t-shirt, and you just like, oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and get this credit card, and you have no clue about what you're really doing.
Right.
Now we're able to affect this generation, you know, at a younger age, man, like starting out into the workforce and teach them about how to leverage their credit. Teach them about good debt and bad debt. You get to hit them at the ground floor. And so, like I said, you brought so much added value. Man, so I take my hat off to you, you know?
Thank you. And you know, as somebody I was talking to, I'm not sure if it was a meme or an article or what, and somebody was said, like, they'll let you get, you know, $200,000 worth of student loan debt, but they won't teach you how to get a $10,000 business loan. And that's true because, listen, look, you really think about that. They'll let you get $200,000 of student loan debt, but they won't teach you how to get a $10,000 business loan. It's the truth. And so what I honestly find, and there's some other things in the works. Like what I honestly find, the number one thing I hear from everybody is they did not learn this in school. They didn't learn it in college. They didn't learn it from their parents. And so it translates to a bunch of adults who just don't know. But did you guys actually know, and I started looking at some of the stats around too, there is a reason why, like, our parents and grandparents and sometimes great-grandparents say, you know, credit is the devil or buy everything cash, because in their time frame, that really was the reality. They actually needed like $50,000 and $100,000 to start businesses and houses. I don't think people realize that FICO scores were actually just sold to the credit bureaus in 1991. It's a fact. You can Google it. You can look at the Fair Isaac. FICO was actually just introduced to the credit bureaus in 1991. So how now, how the credit climate that we're in now, like they check credit, they even check the credit for the alarm system. Like remember we had the riots here in Philly, and so I upped my alarm. I was like, oh, I need some cameras, I need some stuff. They checked your credit, they checked my credit for the alarm system even. Like they check your credit for everything. So you have the combination of no education about it being a newer thing, but then now in the 2020, 21, like they check it for cell phones, utilities, jobs. I've had people hire me because they're about to lose their job or they can't get a promotion because of their credit.
Wow.
Like literally, like it's like that deep. Yeah. And so it's been a blessing to teach people about it. But let me say this. So you always tease me, right, too, because you passionate about credit. And I know I'm just hype anyway. That's that high I. Look, I took the assessment twice. It's always like 99 I and like 97 D, and everything else is non-existent.
Wow.
But it really honestly is because like this wasn't supposed to be my life. Like this, like real talk. And I know like when I do the presentations, I'll be honest with you. Look, I only know how to be transparent. So when I do like the big presentations, I kind of talk fast and fluff over it. I do. I still do. And I'm going to get better. I don't dig as deep as I probably should to make people understand why I speak about credit a little bit differently than everybody else. Because I still, like, sometimes when you speak about things, you live through it, right? Like, I know when you talk about Marianne, you always, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you live through it. Like, this is real. This is not a story. And, you know, when I talk about, like, being in group homes and being in foster care, and I talk about being a teen mom at the age of 17, and literally because I worked for a national credit bureau and I learned how to look good on paper, it gave me an option that I would not have otherwise had. Like everybody was like, you're gonna be on welfare, you're not gonna graduate high school, your life is ruined. And when I got that very first property at 21, guys, at 21 was only making $14 an hour because of my credit. Yeah. It was my belief house. And mind you, I wasn't this person then. I didn't know about affirmations. I didn't know ET yet. Like, I didn't know about goals and mentors. I had nobody. I had a reason why, which was my son, and I had a belief house where it was like a light bulb. And I said, if I look good on paper, people will give me things. And that's it. Like, I ran with it. Now, let me say this. And I never shared this with you, Jamal. Had I had some direction, like a make real estate real back then, because mind you, like, you know, I know I look young, y'all. I'm in my 40s, so this is like before YouTube. I know, right? So extra. I gotta be me. But this is before YouTube, before Instagram, before Facebook. So I didn't have the guidance in the real estate investing. So I knew a little bit about real estate. I had good credit. I made a bunch of mistakes. And I started investing before the market crash, and it was a nightmare for me. And I was scarred for life after that. And I went back to corporate America because I was like, I'm never doing that again. And I don't think people realize how much of a blessing it is to have a blueprint. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm thinking now, like, I had that blueprint back then, baby. Like, it has been a whole different thing. And so
I found out, Terry, that I was a millionaire at 26 by mistake. I found out that I was a millionaire at 26 by mistake. I didn't even know I was. Actually, I went to the bank lender, and then he wanted to see my portfolio, and then that was the first time I heard about net worth. You know,
yes!
they told me my net worth was 1.6 million. I was 26 years old. I had no clue. Like I said, I became a millionaire by mistake. I ain't had this information. Actually, the only thing I did have was credit. You know, I had credit up front, and you know, and I just had a lot of hope and a lot of faith, and I had a lot of drive and determination. But it wasn't until that lender told me exactly. I said, what? I was like, how you know I'm a millionaire? Like, what? Because I didn't have $1 million in the bank. So, right. I'm like, why did you just say that? And you know, and at first, you know, he used to always call me Officer King. You know, I used to always walk in with my police uniform. I used to always go to the bank with my police uniform as I just get off work. And then he would sit there and change. You know, that time he looked at my portfolio and he was calculating everything. And then he was like, he looked at the paper. He looked up at me, Terry. He looked back down at the paper. He looked back up at me. And for the first time ever, I walked in that bank by at least 100 times and he called me Officer King, Officer King. Probably about 15 years, 20 years older than me. And then after he did his calculations, he looked at me and he said, Mr. King. He said, Mr.
Wow.
King. He's like, Mr. King, you're a millionaire. And I was,
Mr. King, you're a millionaire.
Okay, I promise you I was making like I think at that time I might be making about $40,000, $50,000 on the police department, you know, and I was like, really? And I didn't feel like a millionaire. I was
Right.
blue collar worker. I was like, I'm a millionaire. And I was like, can you, and I had to ask him, can you tell me how you figured I'm a millionaire? Because I wanted to know, because I wanted to run home and tell my wife, like,
you guys are millionaire.
oh man, I was like, let me know. And then that's when he was like, oh yeah, you know, you take all your assets, you know, and then, you know, you got your liabilities, and then what's left over is your net worth. And I was like, that's when I first really heard that word, net worth. Net worth. Then I was like, oh, okay. So if I became a millionaire by mistake, watch me become a multimillionaire on purpose.
Amen. And look, and that network, that's something we're going to talk about too, because people get that confused. They think if they have a million in revenue, they're a millionaire, or they have $1 million in the bank. But no, it's truly is your net worth, because you have $1 million in the bank and have $500,000 with the student loan debt and cars and everything else, and your net worth. That's how true wealth is. You hear like the Forbes and those kind of things. They talk about your net worth. That had to be look. What was that conversation like when you went home? Like, Camille, I'm a millionaire.
You know, I know Camille is. Let me tell you something. Camille has been like, you know, she's like this. I come back home and like, hey baby, guess what? We're millionaires, and she'll be like, oh, okay, that's great, baby. Hey, we just bought another building. And she just be like, oh, that's good. You know, like,
I love it.
And I love that too, because I came home and told her, hey, babe, I didn't make it to the NFL.
Right.
She was like, oh, okay. How you feeling? You good? It's kind of like, you know, she don't really, because she know, you know, this race that we running is not for tomorrow. It's not for today. It's for 20 years from now. It's for 30 years from now. It's for 50 years from now. It's the legacy part to it. So
yes.
What takes place today, you know, it doesn't really affect what we got planned for the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You know, we in a marathon. We're not running a sprint. So I think a lot of times, a lot of people in their marriage, they got sprint marriages. They got sprint mentalities. And when you have a sprint mentality, you looking at what's right now. Man, right now, I need right now. But when you marathon mentality, you understand that the race is not given to the swift or the strong, but to it's all about the end. What's your end goal? All about generational wealth. And so, so with our marriage, you know, Camille never been that type that looks at, you know, things happen in my life. You know, things happen with some of the properties. Things gonna happen in your life. You know, things some of you guys like in your credit. You know, and that's the whole point. You got to have a marathon mentality to the point where you understand that, look, as long as I got the right information, as long as I got the right system in place, and I'm going to run this race, and I'm going to run it the right way. And like I said, you know, that's what I love about you, is that you're giving people the right information. And if I could become a millionaire by mistake, then everybody that's out here listening to us right now, when you got somebody like Terri giving you the blueprint, when you got somebody like myself giving you the blueprint, when you got these individuals that's giving y'all the blueprint, that's why I get so excited. I get so excited because what Terri is doing for you guys right now, what, you know, what we're doing, man, we're not even really doing it for you. We're doing it for your children. I'm pouring it to your children and you don't even know it. Some of y'all ain't even got kids yet, but yet your grandkids about to be blessed by the information that you're getting from this woman.
I know that.
So man, just don't. That's what gets me excited. You know, we love babies so much that we opened up child care centers. You know, and so this thing right here, man, we are sowing into your family, sowing into your children, sowing into your children's children. So, and I love what you do. Like I said, you the queen of credit. You know.
Thank you. No, I'm super excited. So look, do you have any advice for me? Like, what makes an amazing course? Well, first of all, let me say one other thing to you. I don't know how you do it with following up with everything in like the volume, because I'll talk to people and they'll be like, oh, I talked to Jemal yesterday, or he texted me yesterday. I'm thinking to myself, now, I know I get a lot of people, but you get 10 million times more than me. And they really don't be talking to you. Like, it's really like you. Like, So I guess, do you have any, like, live on the air, right? Like, do you have any advice for me, or any nuggets for people who are kind of have credit challenges but are still like on the fence about investing in themselves to get some help?
Yeah. So my advice for you is just continue walking in purpose.
Amen.
When you're walking in purpose, it's this stuff comes so easy now. Because like I said, I'm walking in purpose. This is what I was called to do.
Amen.
Everything that I went through, everything I went through up to this point have brought me to this point. And then you start connecting the dots in your life. The reason why you probably went through some credit problems, it wasn't for you. It was a test that one day will become your testimony to other people. Every single property that I've ever purchased, I thought it was for me. I thought that I kept hearing the words generational wealth, generational wealth. I thought generational wealth meant for me and my family. Jemal, this is for you and your family. This is you. I thought I heard God talk generational wealth, but it wasn't for my family. It was for this generation. I'm supposed to simplify what so many people make so hard and complicated. I think people make stuff complicated just because they complicate it. But I think that, we're making this, I could say God has given me the gift to simplify things.
Right.
The guessing game, and to simplify it and translate it and bring it to his people, man, where they can understand it and be successful at it. So I get excited about it because I understand this is a gift that I've received. And so now I don't take it lightly when I pass that gift on to other individuals. I'm a translator. That's how I look at myself. And that's what you are. You're a translator. You have a gift. You have a gift. So when you have a gift, the way how you show God, thank you for giving me this gift, is by the way you treat his people, by the way how you minister that word to his people, and so just keep walking in purpose, keep being you, keep being honest, keep being transparent, keep having a heart for the people, and just don't ever change no matter what comes about. And so I think that's the big thing for me. I keep having a heart for the people, and that right there alone is enough when I'm tired to make me answer the phone, because I know that one call or that one piece of advice that I pass on, that one piece of advice can change somebody's life.
Yeah.
Just one thing.
Yes.
And that one thing seems so simple to me. It seems so simple to me, but yet it's so complicated to other people.
It is.
I'm like, okay, man, why does this stuff come so easy? And I say things that people be like, oh, that's brilliant. Like, man, I never thought that. That's brilliant. I'm like, that's so simple, but I understand that. That's where the gift comes in at. God has made it where I was able to understand it, but yet people maybe just never had that opportunity, or never was exposed to it. So just keep on doing that. And that's my big thing. I want my calling to be, I just want to expose the world. I want to expose the world to unlimited possibilities. I just want to be a symbol of faith.
Yes.
Of when people say my name, they say Jemal. All things are possible. I just keep tackling and keep doing things and just never stop. I just want to be my life. I just want to keep knocking down walls and doors. And so you got that kind of passion, you got that kind of faith that's attached. It's tired. Tired? What is tired?
I know that's right.
I got my whole death to sleep. I'm alive right now. I'm alive and I'm living. It's a difference. I'm alive and I'm living. There's a lot of people that's alive that's not living. But I am alive and I am living. That's enough right there to make me get up and just run around this doggone house right now, all 5 levels of this on the stairs, and just being excited, man. I'm alive. I'm alive, and I'm teaching people, and I'm seeing people becoming millionaires off of this. Come on. I'm not giving no handouts. I'm teaching people, and people are becoming, people's lives are changing. People sending their kids to the best schools. People the #1 cause for divorce is finances. Yep. I'm saving marriages.
Amen. Listen.
Tired? What is tired? What is tired? And so I'm just, so that's the advice I would just give you. Just keep having a heart for the people, and don't ever worry about income. Don't worry about income. Worry about impact. Impact, I guarantee you the income will come. I don't worry Money, I don't worry about that. You know, just keep on impacting people, keep being you. Don't never let a person take your smile. Don't let nobody take your heart, you know, and just keep, it's so many. We are outnumbered. They are so fake out here. They are
really outnumbered.
You know, there's so many of them. So we have to, when we get that opportunity now to step in front of people, that's why when you hear me speak, I speak with so much passion because I need my message to get across to people. Because there's so many, we are outnumbered 1,000 to 1. 1,000 to 1. And so I'm worried about, you know, I'm just going to keep preaching my message and keep eyes. And even if I change just one person's life, just one, all you got is just one.
And way more than that.
Person's life.
Amen.
My job, and I could sleep at night. And so that's you want to keep asking yourself, Terry, with everything that you're doing, can you sleep at night? At the end of the day, have I gave it my all? Have I really gave it my all? Did I cheat the people? And so that's something that every time I step in front of people,
amen.
All. Did I leave something out that could have possibly changed their life? Because I know that, you know, in the day of judgment, I'm gonna be held accountable. I don't want the faces of the people that I could have said something to. I have to see those faces, and them faces just hunt me, knowing that I could have gave them some information that God put inside of me. It's something I could have gave to them, and it's something that could have changed their family situation.
Right.
Just keep that in your head. You know, back over income, and I promise you, God take care of you. He's already taking care of you. You know, you're in this position for a reason. Nothing just happens, you know, and just always believe that nothing just happens. Everything, every step you take, everything that happens in your life is for a reason. And that's what you're here for. So that's the small little.
You're about to have me every time you're around. You're about to cry.
It's just, I just want to keep winning, and you know, and I kind of, you know, I just want to win. I just want my people to win, everybody to win. I just know freedom.
Amen.
You know, freedom is something else, man. You know, when you got freedom, real freedom, we want to go at any moment. When you can, when you can eat what you want to eat, it's got something to do with your health. You know, when when that stress is off of you, you know, it's just a different kind of life. And then that life allows you to be what God called you to be, because everybody got a calling on their life. Everybody got a calling. But a lot of times people miss their calling, or they don't get to see their calling because they're so consumed on how they're going to eat. They're so consumed on how they're going to pay their bills. They're so consumed on, you know, on getting promoted. And so you actually miss out on what God actually got the calling on your life, because you're so busy being a player in everybody else's calling. So that's why, because this allows you now to financially now get in place. It allows you to get in place now and not have to worry about those things, right? Right. Now you can focus on what you really been called to do. And the world needs it. Everybody got a calling. The world needs it. The world needs you. You know, and I'm able to walk in my calling right now is because I've been investing my whole life, and now I'm not worried about promotion on my job. I'm not worried about, you know, how mortgage. I'm not worried about none of that stuff. So now I can focus on what I was called to do.
Amen. Woo! Yes, like, look, there's nothing else to add to that. This is, I think I said to you before, this has become a movement. Like, I really believe that, because people need opportunities and options, but they also need to see it. They need to know that it's actually real. And there has been so many, like, I know there has been plenty of days where, like, you know, we have bad days too. There's been plenty of times where I may have had a bad day, or may not be in like the best mood, and somebody will text me and say thank you, or share their testimony, or say like, look at this property, or like now people are doing joint ventures they never even thought of. Like, it's just so amazing to see. It's one thing to have the blueprint, but another thing to have the belief, right? That's the one thing you said that you can't give people, that more and more people are now having the belief, and then they're actually executing. And I know for me, it really keeps me going. Like, it really, 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 like, no other feeling like it.
Belief is the foundation of it. You know, we're in real. And I think more people focus on all the other stuff, right? And I think it's crazy because the belief is the hardest thing. Like, we can give you all the information. I found out, and I've taught thousands of people. And I think the hardest thing is belief.
Right.
The hardest thing is belief. Like, I can give you the information. I can tell you step by step on how to invest in property. I can even pick out the property for you. I can tell you, if you invest in this property, do this, you're gonna make $100,000 in the next 4 or 5 months. I can do that easy. But what I can do is to get you to believe. That's the one thing. That's what you got to bring to the table. We get set up, but the one thing that you got to bring is belief. And I find that the hardest and most challenging thing. That's why I make real estate real, Terry. In the first hour, I'm just on really team up, and I'm gonna let them teach y'all everything it is about real estate that I did over the last 20 years. I'm about to go in for this hour, and I'm gonna get you to believe. Get you to believe. You know, and I'm not trying to sound all biblical and everything, but I was just like reviewing every time I read the Bible, and when I look at when Christ, before he performed any miracle, the first thing he asked people was, "Do you believe?"
Yeah.
Do you believe? Do you believe? That's simple. Like, believe. Like, some people just hope, and I think people mix from belief. Hope is just want something to happen, right? You just wishing that something happened. That's man, it'll be nice if it happened. Right. But when you believe, amen. Terry, when you believe,
it's a whole nother level. Terry, you can see it.
Done. When I say it's already done, it's already done. When you already act accordingly. That's why I was successful in every property that I've ever invested in. I didn't even have the information that I got today. And I'm like, when I look back over my life and I'm looking at some of the properties I invested in, I'm like, man, how did that work? I'm like, believe it. I didn't have the blueprint like we got now, but how did it work? Right. My belief, though, be just successful. My belief is the foundation of it all. Amen. Man, like a lot of people say, man, I don't have the money right now. How can I get started in real estate? I don't have the money. And I'm like, look, you can be sitting down right now and just working on your belief. Like, what do you believe? Like, are you even worthy to have general? Do you feel like you're worthy of it? Like, what? Start there. Like, just show me what you believe. Just start there, and I can tell you if a person is successful or not. I ain't gotta look at your bank account. I ain't gotta see your bank account.
No, that's right.
Show me your belief. You can have, because I've seen a lot of people with $100,000 in the bank, $1 million in the bank, and they ain't got no belief. It's pointless. You know, faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Knowledge without belief is dead. Right. So belief is always the first step. So, you know, that's what I just want people just to work on that. You can always be doing something right now. And your belief is where it all starts, man. Just believe. I just see Alex, good energy, man. What's up, bro? This is a guy who, you know, and I look at him like a little brother, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying little brother in a way of belittling him by no sense. You know, his belief level is just, I remember having a conversation with him when he first met us on a cruise, on the ETA cruise. And for all y'all that don't know, Alex Good Energy, you know, go check him out. He's you know, he's a trucking guy, trucking expert. Yes. He's the trucking king. And he just, you know, one thing about him, I remember talking with him, me and CJ, we had all wives, and we were in Jamaica, I believe, Mexico, Jamaica, we something. And we was just, you know, talking to him. And, you know, and CJ was talking to him about the course, you know, now that he didn't have a course then. He was just in a trucking. Wow. And he didn't even have a course. But the one thing about Alex that I just respect is that he never rode a course a day in his life. You know, he didn't know. He had maybe, I don't know, he had maybe 10 or 12 trucks, I believe. And he just really believed everything that he told him, everything CJ told him, everything I was telling him. You know, we would have, every time me and Alex get on the phone, we talk on the phone for at least an hour. And his belief level, he just went and bought a brand new house, and he never doubted. And it's crazy. He didn't have money back then like he got now, but his belief His belief is
Amen.
now. And so I'm just showing people, man, you know, believe as
Yes.
already in possession of the things that you want.
Yes.
You know, just believe it, man. So, I'm sorry, Terry. I know we supposed to took it a whole.
No, listen, everything, my big word is always transparency. We want things to be organic. We want to have a real conversation. This is, the people behind what we do and why we do it. I think it matters. That's what separates who we are. That's what makes it a little bit different. The reasons why we're doing this, how we even got here, because I think about that a lot. Like me, meaning I know that I have the knowledge level, especially because I worked for a bureau, but I'm nowhere near, I mean, you told the story about coming to see me. You guys had your backup people waiting, just in case it didn't work out. And I started watching ET in 2015. I got introduced by a mentor during it was network marketing, and we had a leadership training, and he played the ET video. I'm not even sure you know this. So he played an ET video, and I started working. It was like my first exposure, right? Exposure is everything. It was my first mind you, 2015. We're not talking like too long ago. Blew my mind, and I became like obsessed with personal development. Like I did something every single day. I started like journaling, it kind of it manifested me to actually do the work. You fast forward to the Philadelphia Verified event, right? So this is where you see all of you guys on TV, and you never know, you're a fan and you listen and you watch, but you don't ever believe, right, that you're going to meet them in person necessarily or have a real connection. They might just shake your hand you're not sure how it will manifest. I remember they were looking for sponsors. That's how I met Tiffany, Jemal. They were looking for sponsors for the Philadelphia Verified event. And my business was still that was a couple of years ago, right? And so, I was just building my brand at that time for this consulting firm. And I just said, I talked myself out of it. I didn't have the belief. I said, they don't want me as a sponsor. They want Nike. They want the vitamin water. They want this. And that email came up for sponsorships like 10 different times. And finally, it just came up, and then I said, Terry, you have to practice what you preach. And one thing I always tell people is, what is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that I apply to be a sponsor and they tell me no. So that's what I did. And then you know me, just extra. I wrote that application like it was a whole essay. They probably thought that was a Looney Tune. I poured my heart into this application, talking about my life and why I'm doing this and why I'm passionate about it and legacy and all this stuff. Anyway, I won the sponsorship, and then I was like, ooh, now what? What does that even mean? What do they want? $50,000 to be a sponsor? I'm gonna be in trouble. Houston, we have a problem. Because if you don't know, they're like, okay, you're a sponsor. I'm like, great. Oh my gosh, what does that mean? But I was like, we're here now. So what do entrepreneurs do, right? We're the people that jump out the plane and build the parachute on the way down. So I said, I'm gonna figure it out. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. And that's where sponsoring that event, right? So having a spirit of service. My very first interaction with the brand was not me asking for anything. My very first experience was me investing everything I had at that time to be a sponsor for the brand. And I paid for 7 people to come there with me, because I was like, I'm not going to go alone. So that was a seed. I was planting a seed. And then you never know who is who, right? So everybody has the ET shirts on, you know who is who. Yeah. And Tiffany and everybody was all walking around the crowd, and then that's how you know me, loud, extra. I was going crazy. Who was there? Everybody was there. Willie Moore, Q Deezy was there. Everybody. It was amazing. I was running around being loud and extra. But you fast forward to this, right? And I try not to get emotional, but how this manifested. This is why, like you said, everybody has a calling, everybody has an anointing, right? Me having that belief for that event, for the Verified event, and then one person watching me, the event, interacting, seeing how, what we were talking about, that you're treating everybody the same. You don't know who they are, right? But if you just be authentically yourself all the time, then people get a feeling for you. And then comes make real estate real. It was one person that remembered my name and was like, oh, it's a girl in Philadelphia. Literally, what are the odds? What are really, I was like, what are the odds? And so that's how I'm so unbelievably grateful for this movement. I don't keep on calling it a movement, because it's no better feeling to be working in your gift. right? And people are always like, it's credit. No, it's not. It's legacy. It's wealth building. It's financial literacy. It's financial freedom. It's opportunities and options. It's helping people that would not normally have a way, have a way. It's removing all excuses. Either you're going to have cash, you're going to have credit, you're going to have a little bit of both. And then eventually you work your way up to Jemal, right? Where you don't need your credit, but while you're building your empire, you may need to put 10% or 20% down while you're building your empire. Then eventually you won't need it anymore because your investments, your real estate portfolio will fund itself. But as you're building, use the tools and resources available to you wisely to get to the end result. And so I'm just, how this even happened? Then you flew in for the day. Like, you were like, I'm gonna meet her. Like, I'm not just gonna let anybody be on the course. Like, when Kay told me you were flying, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think he was gonna be there. I thought it was gonna be the camera people.
Man,
So
I couldn't bring you in front of the people that trust me, that's trusting me. You know, I couldn't do it without checking you out first and making sure that, you know, that you was really passionate about this. And I didn't even really need to, you know, information that you was given. You know, everybody already told me you knew about credit. You know, I think I went on YouTube, maybe seen a couple videos or something like that. I just needed to just get a feel for your spirit. I already knew where this was going to go before anybody on my team knew. And I remember talking to everybody like, man, y'all need to get ready, man. Make real estate real is going to blow up. But I just needed to get a feel for your spirit. I just wanted to just get in front of you and just literally just really just look at you in your eyes and just see, you know, if you was a good fit for the team. And like I said, I was wrong. You were not a good fit. You were a great fit.
we're like a little family now.
Like, her energy is off the chain. I call E up like, E, I think I found somebody with more energy than you, Doc.
I know.
And I had the phone and you was in the background like, oh, credit, oh. And I was like, E.T. was like, let's go.
What? I know. I don't know why. You know, I'm grateful. There is no other word that I can say besides just saying that I'm grateful for, like, this could have turned out a way different way for me, you know, going back to the beginning. And so I'm just grateful. And that, I believe, was my calling, to be able to show, like, people. It's a different thing when you've gone through it yourself. Like, you're showing people what you did. I'm showing people what I actually did. Like, we lived through it. And so that's a different level of, like, I know you can do it if I did, because I was all the way lost back then. It was nothing but God and a little bit of some skill that he gave me. And so
I just got
awesome.
No, so I told you a year ago, I think it's a little bit over a year ago. I said, Terry, and I asked this question to my whole team. I said, man, are you ready?
You sure did. You sure did.
All right. So 6,000 people later, I'm about to, Terry, are you ready for what's about to happen?
Absolutely. Love it.
Levels. It's different levels.
Different levels.
So, you know, that was just level one. We're about to take this thing. We're about to take this thing so far.
Amen.
People's lives. I remember my whole thing was, you know, I wanted to own 1,000 units, 1,000 properties or whatever. I wanted 1,000. That was the big number. But God showed me that I was dreaming too small.
Jesus.
So my whole thing is now I want to affect hundreds of millions of people.
Let's go.
Hundreds of millions of people. And so that's the passion. And I need you. I need you. You know, you are definitely part of this. You know, some kind of way, our callings are connected. You know, everybody. I saw Aaron on here, Aaron Queenie, wholesale with a purpose. It's connected. You know, I seen Tanya on here, Perdure's wife. You know, flipping. You know, our callings are all connected.
Amen.
You know, it's time for us to really just go through life and just affecting the world, man. Teaching the world, teaching them the real thing, teaching them not just, you know, how to work a job. No, teaching them how to live. Teaching them how to live. Teaching them, and you know, so this is next level. It's time, and you know, we finally got our team just, you know, together, and it's about to be just, we're about to go through this, and at the end, I don't know, it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whether it's, you know, 20, 30 years from now, we're going to sit back and we're going to have a conversation. We're going to sit back and we're just going to talk about how many lives we have changed.
Amen.
How many lives? We ain't going to talk about how much money we made. We're not going to talk about, you know, we ain't going to talk about how many properties we have. All that stuff. All of that stuff will go away. These buildings will be knocked down. You know, credit, there'd be another credit company. But how many lives?
Amen.
How many lives will we have affected? How many generations
Jesus
will be touched? How many will be touched or will be blessed by what we do today? That's what moves me.
There we go.
This legacy is all about, you know, affecting generations. What we're doing right now is not even for us. It's for people that we will never meet. We would never meet them.
Right.
We'll never, but we would have indirectly or directly affected their life some kind of way. You know? So it's deep. It's real deep. So I just want to know, are you ready?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Ready.
Let's go.
I said a year ago, this has been a crazy year, but
it really has.
We got the #1 real estate course in the #1 real estate course in the country.
Yes.
Like I said, this is bigger than real estate. You
right.
know, lives. We're not renovating properties anymore. We're renovating lives. And
yes.
So said, what you doing with a credit piece? You know, have you talked to them about your credit thing? What you got coming out?
Yes, no. So this is the so credit leverage lifestyle, and thank you, Jemal, for saving me, because I was trying to figure out on my own Kajabi. You know, shout out to Mike, our other wholesaler, Mike and Aaron, because Mike and Aaron, they have an awesome wholesaling course. And when I was trying to figure out, so this is the team, right? And they're like, well, I'll help you. You can do this. And Mike showed me some stuff, and we got on the phone with Mike and his girlfriend, and they were trying to teach me, and it was a hot mess. I need to work in my gift. And so, thank you for connecting me with Jose, because that allowed me to focus on the purpose, the vision, the execution, making sure we really poured everything into this course that people need to really truly be successful. And so it can be a complement to what they're doing with this and everything else in their life as well. Because a lot of our participants a lot of our members and the people who are invested in this are real estate investors, but they do other things. I've spoken to a number of people. One gentleman had like a gym. Another guy was an HVAC. So people have multiple things going on. And so credit leverage lifestyle, the launch is going to be February 14th, like Valentine's Day, because I love y'all. I'm so excited. And so, and it's going to be, and this is the other thing too, and I got this from you guys, about giving, from you, Jemal, about giving people all the information they need, not half of it. And so
Don't. That makes me mad.
Yeah, like it's just like,
please, everything.
This is where a lot of courses are just personal credit, or some courses are just business credit. This is where I go into everything for you guys: personal credit, business credit, understanding credit scores, how to do your disputes, how to make your business look fundable, everything, so you can truly transition and be able to leverage them both. And I mean, between the videos and the PDFs and the voiceovers and links and all kinds of stuff, like we really made sure that it was everything people need, so that it can be long-term success for them, help them with longevity. And so it's launching on the 14th. There is a pre-sale offer in my link tree. I'm super excited, and I'm working on setting.
How do people find out about it? What do they have to go to?
They just need to go to my link tree on Instagram. My link tree is everywhere, on my website, on my Instagram, on my YouTube. You can always DM me, Care Credit Tools. My Instagram is Care Credit Tools. I check my DMs regularly, so you can always reach out to me directly, and I will get back to you and send you any information you need, answer any questions that you have. I've committed to doing some more lives, because I never to jump on if guys have questions, so that way you can have access to me, get to know me a little bit better, ask me questions live. live, like, you know, anything you have. I want to make sure that people really have a comfort level and the tools and the resources to really be successful. And I'll even be doing live Zooms with all of the people inside the course only, so I can give them some additional added support while they're going through and executing their plan. So there should be like no excuses, right? We're taking away all the excuses. And so it's an investment. You invest in yourself now to have the results you need for long-term success. So I'm excited, excited.
Yo, let's go, man. Wow, this is big. This is huge. You know, and I think day one, I was like, you need to put together.
You really did.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't do this, and I was like, seriously, you have to do this. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I'm definitely gonna get the course myself because I want to
Yay!
my children, and so let them, you know, my daughter's 12, my other daughter's 16, and my son is 5, and I'm gonna have all 3 of them watching it so they can understand credit.
Yes.
They can understand credit. Make sure you, I know you don't get on live, but I don't get on live either, but make sure you save this live. All
okay.
right?
Yes.
Repost this so people can watch it. All right?
Absolutely. Yes. So
man, congratulations. That's huge.
I'm excited. So thank you so much. So, you know, so you are super hands-on. Thank you so much for just all the support, all the encouragement, pushing me, stretching me. You know, this has been an amazing ride. Just like you said, level number 1. So like, but what do we all say? Let's go. Like, look, I'm ready. If you just go for it, be ready. We're going to figure it out as we go along. As long as, like you said, you keep the purpose and keep the people at the forefront of it. Like we were going to make sure we deliver 110% every single time. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Give them everything. Give them everything. Don't hold back. You know.
No.
And trust me, like I said, just worry about the impact. All right, focus on that. Give them everything. You don't. Hey, once you go through this, then we can. No, just give them everything. Give them.
Amen.
They're gonna give you everything. You know. Have a heart for the people. Don't forget that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you. So coming out soon. And anything you want to end with, Jemal? Jemal.
I thought I just did.
I know that's right. Well, then there we go.
I'm just proud of you, man. I'm on the Terri show right now. You know, you guys just out there, man. Trust me. Y'all know I don't get on everybody. I don't even look. She knows what she's talking about. She has showed herself to be trustworthy, and she showed that she's about the people. And so if you really, this is something that you can get, teach your children, teach your family, you know, teach your community, teach people about credit, man. There's things that ways to really leverage. Everybody always asking like, what's the quickest way to get started in real estate? And this is actually it. It's actually establish your credit so that, you know, when a right property come about, you're in a position to get going. So yeah, so look, absolutely, guys. And for anybody that's not following Terri, make sure you get on here, follow her. And man, like I said,
yeah, it's changed some lives. Great, thank you so much. So with that, we're going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you so much for your time. Super excited. If anybody has any questions, reach out to me in my DM directly, and I'll make sure I get back to you all. Look, happy hands. Have a good night, everybody.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
See you later.